Well, hello and welcome to another This OMG fishing video. Today we're going to go back to the pond, target some trout, speckled trout, and this time we're going to be using inline spinners. I think many of you are pretty familiar with the inline spinners. Probably some of the bigger names that you would have known would be Mepps, Panther Martin, and Blue Fox. And this here is typically an inline spinner. The ones that I am using, I like, is the Blue Fox Vibrax. This is size 2, and this is hot pink and chartreuse. And these are predominantly the two colors that I was using in the pond, and they're pretty productive. The pink, which is a common theme, I think, if you had watched the previous video where I was using trout worms, the hot pink trout worm tended to be a very good bait for these fish. So hot pink inline spinner be just the trick as well. So what I am using equipment wise, I have a Shimano ultralight reel with I think I have 4-pound fluoro on here. You can use whatever you want. I just find that this is it's a nice comfortable size. The only thing you might want to do is maybe use a size up if you find it difficult to keep reeling. You have to reel fairly quick to keep the spinner working properly. I just use this because it's pretty versatile. I can switch it out if I want to use the worms, then it's at a speed that I really like. And if I want to use the spinner, depending on the spinner, I just crank it a little bit more. So this is a really good reel. The 500 size tends to be just perfect for what I use anyway, so it doesn't have to be Shimano. You can use whatever you want. I also have some good Daiwa reels in a 500 size as well. And I am back to using my Okuma. I do believe it's a Salilo. This is a ultralight rod. I like this rod. It's got a super sensitive tip on it. It's light as a feather. So you can fish all day with this thing. It's just a beauty of a rod. Like I said again, I think that probably your best setup is going to be an ultralight rod. There's not a lot of weeds in the bottom of the pond this time of year, so you don't need anything with some backbone in case you get stuck in some of the weeds. Like I said, and you're using a 4-pound test line, and that's sort of the equipment that you need here. One of the key things also that I find when using inline spinners is to use get a swivel. So you have your main line coming down, tie into your swivel, and then just run a tag end of like 1.5 feet somewhere, maybe 2 feet, depending on the length of your rod. This is like a 7-foot rod. If you have a shorter one, then shorten up your leader. And what this does is this spins with your spinner. And what I mean by that is when this spinning blade here is going around like this, what it's doing is it itself is slowly spinning. And when it slowly spins, if you don't have a swivel on, it spins your line. And after a while from fishing, especially with ultralight line, like 4-pound, well, most lines anyways, 4-pound especially, it starts to spin it, and then when you cast, it bird nests. Or if it doesn't bird nest on your reel, the tip of your rod, it'll get caught in the tip of your rod. You cast, next thing you know, it snaps off and your spinner is flying into the middle of the pond. Use one of these, that'll help reduce that. And make sure you get a good swivel if you can. It needs to be able to spin. If you have a not so good swivel, it doesn't work as good, and you still get a bit of that line twist. So I usually just get a bunch of swivels. This is an old pill container. Put them all in there. You put that in your pocket in case you get a snag and end up breaking off. And that's a pretty handy little thing to have. You can put hooks in here. You can put your spinners in here if you don't want to carry a tackle box and you have a few of these kicking around. You put split shot in there. Whatever, it's pretty handy. So those are just some of the little tips I have for you there. And that should get you out on the pond, should get you fishing, and hopefully should get you some fish. So please stay tuned, and got a video of some fishing for you to watch. So please do enjoy. Oop. Ooh, that's a nice guy. Nice brookie. These are lots of vinegar. You do the death roll. What a dark guy. Wow, that's a beauty. Yes, a beauty. And there he goes. No worse to wear. Pull out one. See him jumping around in here. A certain speed they want, I don't know. There's a tap. Oh, what's that going on? Here. Not as big. Yeah, alright, buddy. I'll get you off as soon as you stop wiggling and waggling around. I know. Oh, you're bleeding. Alright, here he goes. He's fine. He's fine. I don't know if you saw that one right. That was right in front of me here. Right in front. Until these guys disappear here. You can see that guy there. An easy release for me. There he goes. Going on here. hand by the looks of it. Let's get this out of your gap. Let's just take a look at that. Off you go. Oh. Anybody else out there? Oh. Where he went? That was at my feet. Oh. Another knot. Oh. I think we found the in crowd. There we go. There's another one. There. I like those releases, they're easy. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, and like I said, one of the biggest things is to get that swivel on your line. That'll save you a lot of aggravation if you're going in for a full day of fishing. You have your one reel, you know, halfway through your day, the bite's on. Next thing you know, all your line is all spun up and bird nesting in your reel or at the tip of your rod. You don't want to A, run out of line, B, wreck your reel, or C, snap the tip off your rod. So these are a pretty good idea, and I think if you use it, it's not foolproof, but it really helps reduce that line twist that you're going to get from using inline spinners. So as you can see from the video, there's lots of action that went on. The inline spinners were doing their job, and hopefully I was doing mine, and it was a blast. The bite was on, and it was an enjoyable day. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and use the notifications so that you know whenever another video is coming up. And I think that that's pretty much it. I've been away for a little bit, so I do apologize for the delay in getting the video out. But I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I need to get those likes, because without those likes, the channel doesn't go anywhere quickly. So I appreciate your viewing, and any feedback, any comments, by all means, please leave them. Those are greatly appreciated as well. So get out there, take your kid fishing. Remember, practice CPR, catch, photo, release, and have fun. Take care.
That's what I'm talking about right there.